My name is Richard Gaskell, and I'm the great-grandson of Richard Allanson Gaskell, and hence the school getting its name. And Allanson Street School was first opened in 1904, and it was also known as the Tin Hut School. Well, he was the son of a doctor, Thomas Gaskell, and they practiced in partnership in St. Helens. He was, like his father, keen on private practice, general practice, looking after people, individuals, and one might not say that St. Helens was the most comfortable place to be a doctor, but he believed in looking after people who needed help. And this tradition's gone on because he was the second generation doctor, and then his son, my grandfather, became a doctor. My father became a doctor, and I disappointed him by not becoming a doctor.
Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Richard Allanson Gaskell. I was born in 1828. I suppose my name is a bit of a giveaway, as I donated the land for the school to be built, and also the land for Gaskell Park. The school was built to accommodate 360 scholars, consisting of 8 classrooms, with each classroom accommodating 48 children. The cost to build and furnish the school was about £2,000, which in 1904 was a considerable sum of money. Allanson Street School and Gaskell Park were first opened in 1904, and these are my legacies to you.
For the health of the residents, parks, he said, offered counter-attractions to the pernicious habits which sapped morality and fostered vice by enabling people to spend their leisure in a way that recreated strength and conducive to diligent and conscientious work.
I'm Elsie Moss, and I was born in 1st of June 1912, And I went to Allanson Street in 1917 after the summer holidays like that we used to do. Yeah. The boys went in at Gasket Street, a different side door, but the infants and the children went in, is it Rampart Street? And it was very, very nice, very, very good.
In 1922, the new school opens.
I went to Allanson Street School in 1924. They used to send us to Merton Bank School, the girls, to learn laundry and housework. We used to have a picnic. We used to look in the wardrobe for the teachers' clothes and dress ourselves up in, percent. It was naughty, really.
Well, my brother would come before I did, and I started school when I was 3, which was in 1931. Miss Turton, and she was very nice, but she was a little bit bossy, and she wouldn't let you get away with anything. And they used to have the blackboard, and you used to write things on the blackboard and used to rub it out with these rubbers, and sometimes if you didn't do as you were told, she would throw the rubber at you. Miss Turton, she was ever so nice though.
I'm Beryl Davis. I was born in November 1927. This is Elsie, my sister.
I was born 20th of October 1923.
I went to Allanson Street between 1932 and 38, and I would say they were the happiest days of my life. I loved that school. I loved the teachers, all about it. Very happy atmosphere. I only had 2 teachers in the junior school, Miss Kerry and Miss Abbott. I had both of them for 2 years through junior school. In the infant school, Miss Anderton was my teacher. And we used to look up to the teachers. Their word was gospel.
All I can think of is assembly. Every morning we used to go in assembly. Yeah. And when you're in the young class, you sing the first verse of hymn, All Things Bright and Beautiful. And then when you moved up to next year, you sang the second verse. And by the time you got to the end, the last verse, you were in the top class. That's about it.
Yeah, you thought you'd done something when you got to the
Miss
last
Abbott
verse.
used to be there playing the piano, I can remember the tune now.
My name is Jean Bridge. I was born past Ox Road, 25th of the 10th, 1930. Went to Allanson Street School when I was about 4 to 5. And I really loved school. Then it was top and whip and all things like that. You went, entertained yourselves, put it that way. You used to get one at each end of the rope and take it in turn jumping in, the cows are in the meadow and all this. But it was happy times.
In 1933, the junior department opens.
It does it.
1939. World War II begins.
These are extracts from Allanson Street logbook, opened in 1922. "1939, November the 17th. At about 11:25 this morning, the air raid siren sounded. I blew some blasts on my whistle, and the whole school filed into the cloakroom shelter without fuss or panic of any kind. November the 24th. Playtime after the air raid drill consisted mainly of groups of children playing air raids, and one child being chased by several others because he pretended to be Hitler. September the 6th. School was closed owing to air raids during the night, when bombs were dropped near school, shattering glass and splintering a cupboard with shrapnel.
Now the ATS had, our football field was covered in ATS ambulances during the war. The old tin school was still up there, and that was their main offices. I remember the bomb dropping, because me and my brother Jimmy, he was 10 years older than me. We was asleep in the back room at 53 Morgan Street. Now, it dropped in the middle of the night about 3 o'clock. I'm looking for some. The force was talking on the corner, and they all got killed. Mr. Burke, I always remember Mr. Burke lived opposite us. And his son and daughter, Eddie, they come to Allanson Street School. But the father, they all got killed. Now all the glass was on our bed, and we were still asleep, me and my brother, 10 houses off the bomb. And we never woke up. But I remember going to school, and all the police was there, and there was, it was a massive crater at the end there. Right, it was shaped like a V, a big crater at the end. And we all walked around going to school, and they directed us and they took us all around, and still went to school the day after. And it was only missed Allanson Street School by about 60 yards, that. My name's Alec Davis. I remember the old tin school, mother and father went there. And my Allanson Street School, I came here in 1939 and I left in 1945. And we had a great sports team. It was full of sports. Obviously I went Perth Central and I finished up playing for Saints for a few matches. I've done well from the school. I was Northern County's top sprinter, even time. I've about 12 AA medals, a few medals with Saints. I run for Hillstown Viaducts before I turned pro. I run in the Powerall twice. I was given a lot of years, so I didn't get in the first 3, but I've run in the Powerall, and I've plenty medalled, and I put it down to Allanson Street School, my start.
My name is Reg Cunliffe, and I came to the school in 1943, and I left in 1949, and I went on from this school to Perth Central School, and I completed my secondary education there. We walked along or crawled along these tunnels, and we were able, every now and again, it was lit by ventilation bricks that looked out at foot level into the school playing areas, playground, and we could see the children's feet running round outside, and we in fact shouted out to them. They didn't know what on earth where the voices were coming from, and then we got back and we got away with it. We were presumably not dirty enough to be apprehended, and it's just one of those things I got away with. What I remember, what I particularly feel having come to the school is how warm and friendly it is, how the pupils look so happy doing what they're doing. And I felt the first time I came back to the school that I'd be sort of a little bit tear in my eye, but in fact it wasn't. I left with a spring in my step.
Hello, I'm Jean Harris. I used to be at this school when I was 6 years old, which is now almost 60 years ago. And then I can remember being sent out because we were being taught how to tell the time, and I was sent out into the corridor to look at the clock. And I'm sure it took me forever to try and figure out how to tell the time and go back and tell the teacher what the time was. Playtime, the girls used to love to do handstands up against the wall, and that was always good fun. And then you would have your different games in the season. The little girls would knit, or the boys would play marbles. So you had all that. It was just a lovely time.
My name is Dick Durans. I started at Allanson Street Primary School in 1953. My memories really are based around, we used to have a good football team, sports facilities, probably one of the best football teams in the area. My other memories are of singing in the choir, and was solo singer myself. We used to do a lot of singing for parents' evenings.
Hi, I'm Julie Matthews. I'm a Year 5 teacher at Allanson Street School, and I came here as a pupil. I started in 1974 and I left in 1982. The corridors were all tiles, sort of the red tiles, and the classrooms didn't have carpets in like they do now. They were all sort of wooden chairs, wooden tables, blackboards and chalk. We didn't have many sort of displays hanging like they do now. Lots of plants. I remember lots of plants being around school, and there being plant monitors and things like that. When I came back, it was 1990, and I came back voluntarily, and I then ended up going doing some sort of training, childcare training. And when I came back, many of the teachers were still here, that were here when I was a pupil. Mr. Aldridge was still the head teacher, and many of the other staff were still here. So that seemed a bit strange at the time. It took me a while to call Mrs. Carrigan by her first name. The best school in the world. as a pupil and as a member of staff. It's got to be the best school. I don't think any other school could beat it.
In 1983, Allanson Street Primary School opens.
My name's Kelly Burrows, and I originally came to school in 1989 as a pupil. My fondest and strongest memories of being at school was being in the choir with Mrs. Mather and going out to different functions and competitions. I loved it. It was one of my best times. Being part of Allanson Street Choir, we set a standard. We may not always have been the best, but we went out there, we put on a show, we presented ourselves well, and we had fun throughout it all. We just loved every minute of it. Well, I did. And Mrs. Mather was fantastic. She's got such enthusiasm and high spirits. Really, really good.
I'm into my 20th year, so past 19 years. And when I first came, I came for a day just to have a look around the school before I even applied for the job. And the first thing that struck me was the friendly atmosphere. Now, that's something that's not changed. There's a lot of things have changed in 20 years, but that stayed the same. The style of teaching has come full circle, really, because we started with some of the creative I started with some of the creative ideas that have come back round again. So I suppose generally the style of teaching's changed a bit. I think there's a lot more deliberately cooperative working, and our children respond well to that. That just builds on the skills that naturally come to them anyway. Other than that, I think we've still got the same sense of purposefulness, that we're here to learn, but we're going to enjoy it while we do it.
I've been here working now for about 17 years, so quite a while, quite a number of changes in that time, I think. First thing I would say to most people that their first impressions perhaps are wrong about the school in terms of what it looks like. It can look quite austere from outside. It's quite sort of an old-fashioned building. And recently that's changed with the new Thompson Centre and things outside. But often it's the impression is of a sort of an old school. When you come inside, it's a very bright, busy, modern school full of sort of good facilities and things inside it. And then the other thing as well is that it's actually a very successful school. It does a lot of work in the local area that people from outside the local area wouldn't know about. But the kids and the families that are around here use it a lot for a lot of things. Before school, after school, during school time, holidays. That it makes it have a sort of a good place in the community.
Maureen was a pleasure to work with. I remember her very fondly. I came here 17 years ago. She was full of fun, quite a charismatic lady within school, and you certainly knew that she was in the room. She had an infectious laugh, and the children loved it. It was a very caring place, and remains a very caring place. And I have never had a boring day at Allanson Street. It has always been a pleasure to come, and I can say that quite genuinely. Well, I think any child that comes to the school will enjoy coming to it. I think that's the first thing I'd say. If the child comes to the school and doesn't enjoy it, I'd be absolutely surprised and amazed and very disappointed. It's a school that's very forward-looking. We're always trying to try new things. You won't see the children just sitting quietly at their desks. They'll be moving around the room. They'll be doing unusual things. It's a very creative school. We've won awards for creativity, and we will continue to do so, I'm quite sure. I think this is a school which takes risks, is innovative, and most of all is fun, and I'd be happy for my child to come here. And I'm sure that any child would come here, would have a great education that would get him ready for the high school.
I came to Allanson Street as head teacher in September 1995, and little did I know that I'd still be here 15 years later. It's no surprise to many, actually, because those who I think who have seen me at work here at Allanson Street will realise that I've absolutely loved my job here. And the school has changed so much in those 15 years, and I think that's been the key, and of course the people here, to me staying. And I've been very happy throughout that time. Yeah, there have been huge changes at Allanson Street throughout the 15 years that I've been head teacher. And I suppose that pace of change as well has been an exciting thing for me. Not just in terms of the enjoyment that it brings with the job, but the challenges that you face. And this school has brought many challenges, but also great success over the years. And that's something that has been difficult to achieve at times. I think any head teacher will tell you that things don't always run smoothly, and I'm sure the staff will say that. Having said that, the staff and the changing staff over the 15 years have been terrific in terms of signing up to a vision for moving the school forward, and that's been important and indeed vital to the work of the school. And the staff, all of our staff, have been wonderfully supported by the changing governors, who've all brought some expertise and interest to the school and have made for a really strong team. I suppose as well, though, equally, the children, the parents and members of the local community have seen a great many changes over the years, and that's helped them to sign up to making our school a wonderful place to be, which we think genuinely serves the needs of our community, which is why after the 15 years we now term ourselves a learning campus. And indeed, many of the changes are related to not just people who have been and made a contribution and then left, but also to very physical and material things like the Sports and Arts Centre.
My name's David Thompson. For 12 years was the vicar at St Peter's Church, in which Allanson Street, the parish we're in, and I was a governor from about 1993 and chairman from I think 1994 till 2003. I think I'm very honoured. I do, because I think the school's a wonderful school, and I still now look at the Thompson Centre name, I think, drums, is that me? And I feel very honoured by it and sort of humbled by it, really. And I just hope that the centre over the many years is going to be a great facility for school and community alike. Well, I haven't been properly involved now for nearly 7 years, but I still feel proud. I still enjoy coming back, and I still love meeting people again and hearing of the achievements of the school. Yes, still very proud of it.
My name is Callum Pennington and I'm in Year 5. My best memory so far is joining Raz Radio. And I like it because my friends can listen to me and tell me what they think about me. And I like it that much. I do it every Thursday.
My name's Callum, I'm in Year 5. My bestest memory was when I went to Kingswood. It was only a couple of weeks back, but we did loads of fun stuff. We had our dinner, and we did loads of activities. Here's some of them: climbing, zip wire, bouldering, laser quest and night working. It was really fun there. I'd really like to go there again. It was amazing.
Hi, I'm Jasmine and I'm in Year 5. Hi, I'm Rachel and I'm in Year 5 too. My best memory is the talent show because it was a great experience. My favourite memory was the talent show too because we performed together on the stage. We raised money for the Starfish Creche in South Africa. It was really nice because we had our family supporting us and all the other acts was brilliant. My name's Megan and I'm in Year 6, final year of primary school. That's you can understand why the kids always had smiles on their faces because it was so colourful and just the surroundings were beautiful. So, just when you walked in, everybody said hello to you, all the kids and everything. They loved the camera. You know, when he's taking pictures of them, they loved it. And it was all like cheese in front of the camera. And I was nearly crying. It was that cute. It was just the experience was once in a lifetime. Phenomenal. I can say the word phenomenal. It was just amazing, and the way it's come along, it's just no words to describe how much work is being done and how grateful we are to the parents and the children who've donated money to our fundraising things, and that's really what's helped it. So, and the kids from Mrs Maloney's school as well. So, just thank you to all them. My name is Daisy and I'm in Year 5, Miss Matthews' class. My best memory in Allanson Street School is when we went to PGL and because I finished all my fares, and the best day was when we got there. We went abseiling and Mr Billings was saying you can do it, and all my friends were saying you can do it, and I went up and I came down and I wanted to go on it again because I thought, well, it was all that nonsense over nothing. My name's Amber and I'm from Year 5, Miss Matthews' class, and my favourite thing in Allanson Street was going to PGL with brownies. The best thing in brownies was going on the zip wire because it was very, very long and it was very, very high. I made lots of friends and I really liked it because I got to know them more, like Bethany said. And like Daisy said, I faced my fears and my heights and stuff like that. Me?
When I started at the school, we used to run small trolleys around the school to each classroom.
and we had the old TV room, which we then converted into a small IT suite.
When I first started as a student at Allanson Street, it was a complete career change for me. I used to be a long-distance lorry driver, and I went to college, and Allanson Street took me on here, made me feel very welcome, and I found it to be a very friendly place to work. The children seem very happy here, and all the staff are friendly. Mr. Johnson and myself seem to work well together as a team. I don't know whether he would agree with that, but we do get on well together, as all the staff do, and I think the children enjoy coming into school.
The new IT suite was basically thought up by Mr. Maloney, who wanted a non-traditional IT suite. So we designed into it pods where children could be taught separately, and we were very thrilled with it. When it was actually built, of course, it basically exceeded the expectations, because we can have a whole class in, but actually concentrate on different aspects of IT at the same time.
Began in 1984 when my eldest son entered the nursery, and the school were asking for parent helpers to come in and help, and I've carried on with my youngest son as well, and I've worked in every single year group and classroom in the school. Met several head teachers and appointed several head teachers as a governor. I've remained a parent helper for many years, and I'm now working for the local authority as a senior education welfare officer and still supporting the school. We came to look at the school, and there was just something about the school that we really liked. And when the children do their assembly days, and you bring your grandparents and, you know, Uncle Tommy and everybody, my mum and dad always came, and my mum walking in would always say, "This school feels exactly the same." And there's something about the school that is so good, and it is a bit like coming home.
Allanson Street School has recently got one of the best accolades you can get in regards to Ofsted of being an excellent school. And if you look at the area that Allanson Street School is actually in regards to the socialistic problems that they've got, it's far and above more than what you would expect of schools. Allanson Street School is at the heart of the community. And I firmly believe that we talk about schools should be at the heart of the community. We talk about disabilities of children as well. And I always say that it's taken the ability out of disability and playing to the strengths of children.
I'm Trish Farnell. I've been at Allanson Street since September 1995, so 15 years. I'd say it's a school where we care hugely about the children, where we have a lot to offer them in terms of the curriculum, enrichment activities. We have staff who care massively about the children and sort of, work very, very hard day in, day out. We have a great team of people. The children come to school and enjoy being here, and I think that shows if you work in any of the classrooms, speak to any of the children, then I think that's clear really that they do enjoy being here, and it's a big success because of that. I think my feelings are that I've got a lot to live up to really. I've worked here for 15 years and I know how hard Chris has worked, and I do feel it's quite big shoes to fill, as people say, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a challenge that I'll enjoy. So.
Not many people can say they love their job, but I honestly can say that I love this job. But my wife and I have taken the decision to retire early, to spend more time together and to do other things, and I think that's entirely right at our great age. Not hers, of course, but mine. The future for Allanson Street, I hope, is a very bright one. We've come a long way in 15 years, I think, and some staff have been with me on that journey from day one. And it's been a long and sometimes difficult journey, but a fantastically rewarding and successful one. And I am confident that my successor will make further success in the school. We'll be able to build, as I did, upon the rich heritage that I inherited from the way the school had developed under previous head teachers. And I think Allanson Street is very well placed to make great strides in the future.